We have everyone's favorite here, Chantal. One of my earbuds broke on the headset I was using to record things, and I haven't yet really found a suitable replacement. I have a webcam and a microphone, but I think the mic is broken. There's this buzzing I can't seem to figure out where it's coming from, so it renders everything basically useless. So I wasn't able to do any reactions, and it's been very interesting if you follow Foodie here, because she's brought up stuff from her past and told what really seemed to be blatant lies. Like, they got rid of the car they had, and ordered a new one, a new car. That's very expensive. I assume. I doubt it's much cheaper in Kuwait than it is here in the States. Um, it's been interesting. It's obvious that she watches some of the bigger commentary channels because she seems to directly respond to things that they have said. Uh, Chantal seems like she's on the verge of spiraling. Her views aren't very good. I don't know how to calculate it. I'm really not interested in the amount of money people make on YouTube, but from what other people say, it's not much. And that well, and I can tell you exactly what's wrong with her channel, is everything she does comes across as fake. She did a little video where her and Salah went and molested somebody's camels. She doesn't explain where they are or why the camels are there. Maybe it's I know there's wild camels in the desert, but I don't know anything about Kuwait's desert specifically. But that seemed odd. A lot of people think, and this is just what other people say, that they're fighting a lot. She did the I may be going back to Canada live stream, and what is against her character left it up, then started having fast food again, and then people were speculating that they didn't have their car anymore because they know how much money she's making, and apparently it's not much. Salah doesn't seem to work or do much of anything. Like, even make his own YouTube content. Why do you have a gaming channel if you don't like to game? Uh, I like to game, but I'm not going to have a gaming channel. This sort of commentary content helps to center me. The talking and trying to hold a stream of consciousness together is really therapeutic. It helps quiet my mind. It helps. I've made a bunch of things. I've only have a few on my channel here because they were garbage for one reason or another, or I was practicing, whatever. But it's really nice. I get why people do it. And you see a lot of people. This is Gore World, so it's 85% female, I believe, or 80% or something. It seems like it's mostly women, a percentage of gay men, and then just regular guys. Right. I fall in the regular dude sort of thing. But it's fascinating because lately my thing has been about food and nutrition and stuff. So this goes right along with it. We're watching somebody, she's an experiment. We're watching somebody who possibly is right on the verge of immobility continue to eat herself into the grave. Okay, and so this is a mukbang. I've got my lunch here. I don't want to make mouth noises, but eventually I'll do this on a little camera and I'll come home every day on the weekdays for lunch. I'll make my lunch and I will sit and react to something. Won't always be Foodie Beauty, but I haven't even seen if Amber Lynn has done a video in the last few days or week. I'm not sure. I hadn't actually looked at her channel. I've been kind of busy. Uh, it'll be something to do with food, some mukbangs, but Chantal here has been, like I said, on the verge of spiraling, it seems like. And I feel like the only thing that really matters to her is getting to eat. And I don't want to dog on her physically, but I feel like it seems like she eats aggressively. Like there's aggression in it. It's like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what she's got going on. I probably won't watch the whole thing. It's pretty long. I went on for a full 5 damn minutes
Hi
before
there,
I
Beezers! Want a personalized video
so
from to do? Hope to hear
I'll
from
pause
you.
the recording during ads and let them run because it is fair. You do whatever you want when you watch these, but remember, I also am not a professional at any sort of health capacity or nutrition. I'm just a regular dude sitting here talking into the void of my little extra room here. I got some turkey sticks, some mixed nuts. I won't eat those because I got 2 slices of keto bread and a jalapeno cheese sausage.
Look at my cheesesteak.
That looks pretty good though.
Hi guys! I'm in a super good mood because I had a super good day, and now I'm about to eat some super good food, even though it's probably not the healthiest. Well, no, it's not.
Are you kidding? Probably not the healthiest. I bet that cheesesteak alone is like 600 or 700 calories. Those enormous mozzarella sticks, I'm not sure about that, but I bet they're 100 a piece. Package of fries, 200 or 300 calories. And then she's got an extra burger. She's probably going to have all that ranch and ketchup. And a Pepsi. That's probably a 12-ounce can. That's 160 calories. Pure delight.
Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, let's just
I don't know if that's the right expression. Anyway, so I have great steak. Don't you. She wants to knock over the camera and be a beezer, don't you? Don't you?
I'm also not sure. Is she using beezer in exchange for the B word? They use beezer, and I'm an idiot here, everybody. Obviously. I'm wasting my time doing this. I mean, I picked something silly to do. People use beezer as an adjective, as a verb, as a noun. Maybe not a noun. Well, be a beezer. That's a noun, right? Or a pronoun, whatever. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not all that socially conscious of things. I just now sort of picked up on the new trend of I love that for them. I love that for us when you're talking in a derogatory manner, right? Anyway.
Baby girl. No
Baby
food
gal.
for you. Anyway, baby girl, you can have the bonus sandwich.
Trying to do the
Great Steak is one of my favorite restaurants here.
It's more like
their cheesesteak, their cheese fries, their cheese sticks with ranch and marinara, and a bonus sandwich.
No, that's 2 meals.
You bought 2 meals. It's like a deal. You get like a free burger if you order a certain meal deal, which I did.
She should tell us the price.
Let's crack this open, bismillah, and get 2. Hey.
Something like that. I saw it's something like $13 for a Big Mac meal now. I went and got the kids 2 6-piece Happy Meals. And then they've sneakily added an upcharge when you add a drink. I had to pay an extra 50 cents for a milk and 30-something cents for a high C. And that was $10, $12 or so, probably after tax. And then I got my wife a McChicken, a McDouble, and a medium fry. And I'm trying real hard. Fast food makes me ill, so I just don't eat it anymore. It's because I got so far away from stuff like that. I eat something too greasy. It ain't pleasant. As delicious as a McChicken is, it's not worth it for me to eat right now. So 2 little burgers, a medium fry for her, and then I got 2 Diet Dr. Peppers for us, and it was like $17. No, it was $24. That's right, because I told her, and she was astonished. $25 almost. it's inflation. The problem is economic, not like McDonald's gouging prices because they pay fairly well. I worked there for a long time, many years ago, and I was a manager. And as a manager, I was only making like $9 an hour, $10, and that was like 10 years ago, probably.
You cannot have the burger. She's trying to steal the whole burger. Ketchup on the cheese fries. Okay, baby gal, are you like loco
Baby
or
gal.
what? Let's have I can't. These cheese sticks are
Get
the
the
best.
cat away from your food, please. Constantly at war with
I
my
don't think
animals.
so. Baby
Punch that
cat.
dirty beezer.
Anyway.
Not really. Obviously don't punch it.
No cheese pull.
I'm at war. I have two 10-year-old cats.
Disappointed.
And I do not let them on the counter. But I get food and they
so
want to
good,
go
though.
up there. Oh, that whole thing. Boom. You chew that 3, 4. Whole thing. Oh. I wonder why the
So
jump
how
cuts.
are you guys today?
I'm
There we go.
It's hard to see. I bet her pupils are dilating out of pleasure. Look, her eyes going up in her head.
I could not cook today. Well,
You could cook, girl. You could try a little bit. I cook every day
by the
for
time we
my
got home,
family.
I edited my vlog. Go check it out.
I mean, I guess cooking is my wife fixes her lunch. And I don't ever eat breakfast. The kids get breakfast at school and lunch at school. But then I make a meal for us at night, but I usually prep in some manner. Or I always have a couple of real quick options. Like I always got some hamburger and hamburger buns and like a spare bag of chips for the kids. I'll just eat 2 burgers or something. Or 3 or what. You know, I ain't pretending to be dainty here, but I'm working on it. Sausages are great.
I did another camel video.
Ooh. Another one? Sorry, that is my cottage cheese bowl. If you can hear tinging in the background. I actually have a real spoon, Chantal.
And I was like, I just really don't feel like cooking today.
These nuts. Look at that cheese pool. Ugh. I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. I'm eating a bowl of cottage cheese with Parmesan on it, which
I like that they cut
that
it
was a
in
good
half.
combination.
Beauty bite. She's
It's
good.
pretty legit though, right? You use the sloppy American cheese for those. Around here, anytime I'm in Texas, right? Panhandle.
So,
Anytime, hey bitch. Anytime I've had a cheesesteak from somewhere, it's always got like provolone or something on it. A white cheese. Did she just use her phone to record? I'm not really sure about that either. Great steak, cheesesteak.
not much else going on right now.
That sandwich looks great though. It really does look good.
Feeling a lot better. Like I said yesterday. Still feeling well.
I couldn't. So, and there's something about, I've noticed as I've gotten older. I mean, I'm 35, but from like when I was in my 20s, we'll say just about 20s, I could eat just, oh, I could put it back, right? And not a lot, I didn't dislike a lot of things, but like the kids love ranch, as most kids do. I mean, we're in the middle of what is essentially a giant ranch called the Panhandle. You know, gonna eat some dressing. The kids love it, but it's something about the way it smells to me. I'm not sure what it is. It's like repulsive. Uh, and I'm tired of salsa too. It's never satisfying. Uh, it's only satisfying to me if you make it fresh with like a food processor, and that's just extra work. So when we do tacos or burritos or fajitas or something like that, I just use like a taco sauce or like a street taco. They got this brand of green taco sauce. I'll figure it out later. I'll probably do a grocery haul next time I go shopping as well. Because I know that I only really have up here Foodie beauty stuff, but I really want to just sort of share. Because I realized a lot of millennials, and I'm sure it's even worse with younger people, don't really understand how, like, not to run a household. I'm not trying to attack anyone's intelligence, but understand how to, like, meal prep and plan ahead and nutritionally put together meals and stuff, or go shopping and things. And so I'll put some of that stuff when I do it. Obviously, you don't have to watch anything that doesn't appeal to you. But yeah, maybe this weekend, this Friday, I'll do it. It'll be tough because I don't really do any editing. I don't know how yet, but I'm learning. I'll get there. If you enjoy it, stick around.
Alhamdulillah, I'm able to pick myself up.
Man,
we bought a new car.
I don't believe you, really. I think it's a lie. That sandwich makes my little sausage and bread look terrible.
Salah's car.
My meal here is probably about 800 or 900 calories.
I'll be going in it for sure. And he'll take me wherever we want to go.
That kitty.
The new car's not here right now yet. Because when you buy a brand new car,
oh look, she got a real fork. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on this one or another one. I listen to all of her stuff, and so I'm just kind of going to do an extra long sort of reaction and talk about things that I remember. I like the mukbang stuff because it's lunchtime for me, and there is enjoyment in that. I mean, I don't particularly like this person. But she mentions, or she mentioned before, it's probably this one. Let's let her go. Oh, and I just had this thought. You know, she did a grocery haul, right? And they had that delivered. So they didn't have a car then, most likely. I wonder. She says he paid cash for their first car.
Like, and you add custom things to it?
Or third or something.
Like color, custom color and stuff.
But you can't tell me what kind of car it is, because she knows that if she told us directly, somebody would go find out exactly how much it cost.
Like whatever features you want. Sometimes they don't have it at the dealership, so they have to like find one for you and get it ready. So we'll show you guys some of it when we get it.
Okay, fine. I think she's trying to flex. There's this thing going around that Salah might be a taxi driver.
Salah sold the old car, the one we had.
Yeah, a long time ago. Because notice she doesn't do any unbagging like other mukbangers do. They'll bring in their what do you call, like Grubhub or whatever, Grubhub bag.
Really needed a vehicle, and he wasn't happy really with the one that one.
What do you mean wasn't happy with it? He had no car, obviously, right? Whenever you got there, use a goddamn napkin. See that shit? It's so gross and it's just raw. I eat fast too, but I don't eat that fast. That's crazy.
It's a big car. It's a big truck, like a Jeep SUV.
Oh, she's one of those people that calls any SUV a Jeep.
They call them Jeeps here, but it's an SUV.
Well, they don't have Jeeps.
They call SUVs Jeeps here.
You're just making stuff up, I think. One thing I have to keep telling myself is she's high right now. This food and the way it is to her and it means to her, she's running on all the good endogenous hormones that you get from your addictions, right? She's buzzing. I promise you. And doesn't matter what she says. She's got this. Also, remember this food, how stimulating this food like that is, right? It's designed to make you addicted to it. All fast food is. And restaurant food is even worse because it has to top fast food. Okay. I don't even know what I'm going to cook for dinner tonight.
Mashallah.
Oh, I'll do some hamburger Alfredo for the kids. And me and the wife will eat it on cauliflower, baby. Before you say anything, I looked it up. It is a thing. People do use hamburger for Alfredo. So
what's going on?
What? That's almost nothing. Okay, let's Did you say anything?
Has anyone had a real cheesesteak from Philly?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Her hands are just covered in cheese. I saw. Oh, maybe those were her rings. My bad. She says something
Philly,
about. So here's another thing I want to bring up because the eating is only the background, really. She talks about her Cuba thing. I haven't seen any of that. I've heard from it. I've only really been aware of this woman for a couple of months, maybe. I've been following Amberlyn Reed for a little longer. You know how it is. If you're a YouTube person, you get into one thing, and it sort of segues into other things. But she says something about this is why people hate her, despise her as a human being. She mentions she looked out into the ocean and saw God when she was in Cuba, and she found God on her trip that she was drunkenly ranting or whatever, sad about having having had liaisons with her never boyfriend and his common law wife. And this is the thing that really gets you mad. Now, like, she is, it's so cynical and empty to do that. She's taken this thing, and religion, organized religion, there's a lot of problems with it. But if you really get down to brass tacks and you read the scriptures, Quran included, it's all the same God. A lot of people don't realize that. I didn't understand how ignorant people were to that. It's all the same shit. Most of the stories in the Quran are also in the Old Testament too. So that's the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims. The only difference is that the other two only think of Jesus as a prophet, right? Anyways, you can really glean out how you should live your life if you really study some scripture, right? But getting up in front of people and putting on the hijab that is a costume to her, she never cared. She never cared at all. She just needed a dick. That's all it was. And so she absorbs this identity because she is what, heartbroken over not her? Or what? I don't know. I guess she's had bankruptcies, all kinds of terrible things. Not that anybody in that position is terrible, but this is Chantal we're talking about. We know it was all her own fuck ups. $20,000 a month she said she was making. And that was what, a year and a half ago, maybe? That had to have been around the crackhead Olympics, as FFG calls it. And so I said this in another one. 20 grand. 20 grand in 1 month. Or maybe minus what you make. Maybe it's an extra 10 grand. Oh, geez, $5,000. I just cashed out a bunch of my vacation hours because it's going to be at the end of the year. I'll lose them. We're at my work. We're coming into peak season, so I won't be able to take any time off until next spring, probably. So I have to cash some out. I'm not going to tell you how much it was, but it doesn't look like much compared to $20,000. 2 weeks of pay. That's going to equal about one extra paycheck for me. This one extra paycheck is going to pay for I mean, hopefully most of it, if not all of it, all my Christmas presents for this year. I'm going to be able to put a couple $100 in my savings account. I'll get me a mic. I don't know which one to get. I'll have to do some research, but I'll get me a microphone that I can use for this. And maybe in the future, I get a little income from a YouTube channel and it pays that off, right? Or something. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it really does bring me some sort of enjoyment. It's been 25 minutes and I'm in my room. I feel like a crazy person because the cats are here. The dogs are, well, they don't care. They're sleeping. This is their nap time. I'm all alone and I've been talking straight for 25 minutes. I barely even listened to Foodie here. But the point is that one extra paycheck in a month to me is not life-changing, but goddamn does it make the next few months easier. It takes all the stress out of Christmas, right? My wife's about to get a little raise because she got a promotion. She works very hard, and they don't pay great already, but she's getting like a $2 raise because she's taken a higher position because she's worked so hard and done so well. I'm proud of her. She's done great. It's not to belittle anything, right? But she works for a charity. So she ain't about to get a 20% pay increase. But $2 a month or $2 an hour, she works 40-ish hours a week, right? Put that over 4. That's like $250 after taxes and whatnot. That is like enough to make a big difference in our lives. That small-ish, not nothing. I'm not trying to belittle anybody or say that it's better or worse. But what I'm saying is, in my position, we got a house. I got debts. We got a car payment. We got all that stuff. We got little kids. Like, we have a normal middle, right around the middle class, right? Well, I'm in Texas, so it's easy to get a house here. The state wants you to own property. There's a lot of protections here, and there's a lot of encouragement of you to buy stuff. Also, in the Panhandle, I bought my house for $155. I got closed in June of 2020. If you'll remember, that was right at the beginning of all the madness. My interest rate is 3.2. Well, the value of my house has increased immensely to a house that by all rights, would never be able to, maybe not never, but would not have been able to afford then when I bought this house. But I just can't get it through my head how little she takes appreciation for whenever she's constantly saying that that's what you got to do in Islam. It's about being appreciative for things, but she's not, and she's fake. If she was just real, if she just came up and aired out her grievances, and because I guess she has somewhat of a personal relationship with FFG, maybe, and I know that she keeps an eye on Yabba, the YouTube Underground. She does live streams. They're great. I really enjoy them. I'm sure all these other people who talk about her, she sees that stuff. Because what does she do all day? Nothing. And if she just was direct about it, and and then tried to get her weight under control. I was talking about Candy, Hungry Fat Chick, and she went totally she went out of the park, and she's clearly gone full binge mode, and she went from seeming happy and getting healthier to she's right back to where she was before that, on the verge of immobility, right? She chose the binge, the food, and it's all this food that's crazy. I can't eat fast food anymore because I went so long eating chicken and rice at the beginning of the year, and before that I went keto before I started going to the gym, but I was eating chicken and rice or tuna and rice and broccoli, and I was filling myself up with these somewhat bland foods. You get used to it. Whenever you eat the absolute most stimulating thing you can, like mozzarella sticks, right? That's an abomination unto Allah. Whenever you eat that stuff all the time, your body, you get addicted to it psychologically. I don't think you can get physically addicted to it, but you definitely can adjust to it. She eats so much food sometimes and so fast. It's like, how are you not just, and maybe she is just passing out. I doubt she throws up. I would doubt that she does. But if she did, she would be right back at it. right? Because she's got to be full. She's got to hit that point. And I eat too much and I feel cranky for the whole damn day. God, I feel like such an old woman. Okay. I think she's going to talk about something. Shut my ass up. And the food looks good. I don't know if we have any great steaks around here. I tried to watch Candy, y'all, the other day. And she's just way too much of the feeder stuff. It was just all moans. And she knows what she's doing. She does. Anyways.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, because you eat like
It was
this.
hot today.
A diabetic with the soda, just like my mother-in-law. Coming over to my house with cinnamon sugar
For me,
pretzels
anything over 23 is hot.
and brisk iced tea.
Celsius.
She talks so little, I can talk in between her sentences. Although I do that sometimes. That's some good food. Ugh.
Why waste it?
Why waste it? Because you don't need it. You're killing yourself with food. I would, if it was
You
me.
guys have great steak in America?
I think so. I would typically take off, because that was big. I would probably either combine the meat and stuff if I could
This is
onto
America's
one
premier
side of it.
cheesesteak.
America is enormous. People often don't realize that either. It's huge.
I know there's going to be so many conspiracy theories about our new car. But some people think he's a taxi driver. Like,
Oh yeah, you brought it up.
when you're a taxi driver, don't
What does
you
he do?
like own the same car and just like use that?
She's incredulous. Look, she's lying right now. These exaggerated facial movements. A taxi driver typically has a taxi. Right. Not a rideshare driver. They said taxi driver. Oh, what does he do? Yeah,
Doesn't make
how so
sense.
funny. You don't make sense, bitch.
But then again,
Man, she's pissing me. I see, that's why I
most
stop and
conspiracy
talk.
theories involving my life don't.
Because she just
And that's
pisses
kind
me
of
off.
funny at this point.
They're not conspiracy theories. That's what she's so... See, she's the sinner. She's the sinner of Coral World. And she thinks that these are conspiracy theories. But literally, I'm doing this while I eat lunch. I know a lot of other people, they be at work. They'll come home and see she got a video and film a reaction and spend 20 or 30 minutes just doing that. She has this, I don't know. It's very egotistical. And that's why you don't feel sorry for her. I would normally feel sorry for her. Being as big as she is, 450. That's me plus 50%. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm wide. I'm a thickly built. I've got wide shoulders and wide hips. I'm thick. Like, my bone structure is pretty big. I'm a big guy for 6 foot. I'm not huge or enormous, but like, I can't imagine. I'm dying now. I'm desperate to lose 20 or 30 pounds right now.
The state is now handing out monthly health.
So I do something like this to get me some intellectual stimulation.
I'm not going to be eating that bonus burger now.
Yeah, man, you ate like 12 ounces of mozzarella sticks. Well, the cheese was 12 ounces. And cheese fries? You had to get cheese fries? You could have just ate the 2 sandwiches and that wouldn't have been too bad.
Salah has his
Maybe
food.
take the bread off of one. Oh, that's what I was saying. I might, this place is silence. There's no
And,
noise in her place. Maybe
I
it's a
just
good
put it in
mic,
the
I
air
don't know.
fryer though. You know, if I want to eat it later.
And the filters. Her eyes are fucking glazed over. Sorry, I try to do better with the curse words, but I get into this and I get introspective. I think about the times I go get off work on Friday and I gotta go to Walmart because we need fucking cat food and sanitizer wipes and it's payday and I got our bills coming out and it's like, oh, I got this much for groceries and this is gonna have to last for 2 weeks. And I go and I buy this shit at Walmart and I go to the supermarket our local supermarket and get the on sale meat just so we can like make it 2 weeks and eat relatively healthy, relatively nutritional stuff. And I see this behemoth inhaling what's probably 20 $25 maybe. I don't know. It's different in Kuwait, whatever. But I know I make more money than she does. She can't be making more than $30 or $40,000 a year, right? I know she doesn't pay taxes though, so that makes a big difference. I guess they don't pay taxes. I don't know, man. But I think about the effort I put and how sometimes I spend 2 hours shopping, going to this place and that place because I got to try to save every dollar I can. And I come home and I got these meat packages and they're all in bulk. So I got to separate them and cut them or cook them and vacuum seal them and throw them in the freezer so I can make sure that we get enough protein with every meal. And that it's not boring and stuff like that. And I do that because I'm home during the day. I've got these few hours that I can do that before the kids get off. My wife works until 5 and usually later. It gets me angry. I know how many people are struggling. And she's out here doing this,
I wanted
feeling
to
so
clarify something
entitled,
because I know
talking shit about a new
in
car.
one of my previous videos I said that I had my sugar was like 6.
Your A1C?
Excuse me.
She keeps going, she keeps going.
What I meant by that was
And nothing like watching
recent.
Chantal to
Not too long ago,
put you off your tea and biscuits or whatever.
like within the
whatever you
past
say.
month, I've had my blood tested. Everything was normal. Except for, yes, my liver enzymes, CBC, everything. All STD tests negative. I had just had a lot of blood work done. The only thing that was a little abnormal that one time was my blood pressure, which I don't remember what it was, but it depends. Like sometimes it's high, sometimes it's lower. It's still a bit more elevated than normal, of course, but I mean, I'm overweight.
She had one of those little oxygen meters, and it read her oxygen at 96, I think, and her resting heart rate at 82. That's crazy. As far as I'm aware, anything lower than like 98 or 97 is low. Is not low, but right. It's getting dangerous. It's not getting dangerous. It's on the verge. It's like if you got your blood sugar over 100, you're considered pre-diabetic. And once it gets up to 120, you're diabetic, right? Something like that. It's like that. It's like on the verge.
You know, so I stress out a lot. There could be a lot of factors, but anyway, I'll show you what the burger looks
Could
like.
be a lot of factors. Oh, isn't that the fucking giant amount of food I just stuffed in my throat?
The complimentary cheeseburger. Not bad.
Oh, she's high. Look at her.
That's like a, I don't know if it's A1C or glucose random. I think it's like glucose random or something. They test
A1C
your
is
sugar.
an average every 3 months, I think.
And it wasn't fasted. It was maybe, but I had eaten like maybe 2 hours before, 2 hours and a half before I had the test. So not immediately after eating.
But, it might as well have been. It might as well have been. That's
mashallah,
not long
I'm
enough.
glad for that.
Why are you at the doctor?
I now have an oxygen sat meter and a heart rate meter. Everything seems normal there. Especially after, if I don't take my inhalers, my oxygen sat is like,
Okay.
so.
Is this the bonus blog?
Anyway,
It's
yeah,
like,
I know I
you
don't always take the best
you and
care
your
of my own. I
significant
don't think
other.
anyone's perfect.
It's
in
like
that
after
way.
you complete a
I
liaison,
do plan on
you get that glow, where you just kind of like,
working on that.
you know what I'm saying.
But
That's what food is like for her.
obviously, this meal, no. I'm still trying to figure that out. Fast food is probably the hardest thing for me to kick. For sure.
Which is funny because you can't even go anywhere. And think about that. What's the premium on Grubhub? Right? How would you pay 10, 12 extra dollars? So you're dropping 50 bones on takeout, only getting $25, $30 worth of it. And then you're this person. You're this woman. Look at her. She got that Tammy Slayton forehead. That's how you know her BMI is probably 100.
I guess that's it for now.
I mean, she's only 5 foot tall, right?
Yeah. I really miss you guys. I'll go live again soon at some point.
She almost
And
doesn't
on
even
TikTok,
have
I
wrists.
just haven't had the time, so.
Interrupt my
But-
video, woman.
Yeah, anyway.
Don't worry, I'll beat
Thank
her
you for
when-
having
when she
dinner
gets
with me
home.
and watching me scarf down food. I was really hungry. And
I was
I'll
too.
see you in the next video. Bye.
Only you should feel guilty about what you just did. I ate a decent sized keto meal. Okay, that's it for this one. I hope, I mean, I feel like I just rambled, but cool. See you next time if you liked it.